what a performance there, Mike.
Yeah, that was quite...
That was spectacular.
It's powerful, yeah?
It was
powerful.
powerful.
And well, let's just get to meet her. Naomi Classik.
Yes, Naomi Classik is still with us here. We didn't want to let her go. We had to make her sit on our couch here because we wanted to have a very interesting conversation with you.
Yes, we do.
That was grand.
Thank you. First off, how do we... Let's start with birth control. I noticed that recently, I at times, my breath... I'm just talking about talking, so...
Okay.
Even when you're reading the news or something and you're talking, he said that even while we're talking, there are times when we have to control our breath, and you are a voice of our artist.
Exactly.
So breath control is quite important. What tips can you give us for breath control? Because you just went on for like, what, 6-7 minutes? But you said you can go longer for as much as an hour. Let's talk breath control.
Okay, so for breathing control, breath control, as you said, you have to do some exercises, and you have to do it consistently for you to be better with your breathing, whether singing or speaking.
Wow.
Yes.
What kind of exercises do you...
Okay, so there are lots of exercises, and you can do the dog pant, which is... You can go at your pace, and you keep going till you get dehydrated, you take some water, and then you continue.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Now, how long exactly can you hold up doing that kind of singing for?
Actually, I've done over 3 hours on stage.
3 hours?
Yes.
Bellowing like that?
More energetic praise leading, yes, so.
And all of that.
Yes.
Wow. Let's talk about your origins as a gospel artist. How did this all start for you?
Okay, so my dad is a pastor.
Okay.
We have a church, but I'm not really there, in and out, you know. I started off with the children's choir. I mean, I've always been talented anyways. So, yeah, I started off with the children's choir, then the teens choir, and then the adult choir. Then I went further to study music.
Oh, so you are a educated music artist.
Yes.
That's very interesting.
So, after school, even while I was in school, I was training individuals, choristers, and yeah. So it was always a theme for me.
Wow. Do you make money from your gospel? Yeah, they're always shocked when I ask them that question.
Well, I like this question because we'll always ask every gospel artist, and we'll talk about the finances and talent and the gospel. Let's talk about that.
Well, yes.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'll tell you something. You have to be able to take care of something that powerful.
Definitely.
And if I'm going to be, asked to come over to a church, I must be coming over for some. I mean, if you want me to sing praises and instill Jesus into their hearts, I mean, you got to pay for that now, don't you?
Some people would say that freely you have received, freely give.
When you leave that,
haven't you met people like that? Haven't you met pastors that would say that? But you come with a band.
Keep meeting anyways.
You come with a back.
There's logistics to think about.
There's logistics involved.
Welfare.
How do you draw that balance? And then some people tell you, look, I charge a fee. Some people tell you, wait until when we're done, we'll give some honorarium.
Yeah.
At the end, some people tell you, let's charge a fee. God bless you. I've seen where someone say, God, I did something and they put an envelope and it was paper that was inside.
Oh, wow.
Like,
Thank you very much. Oh, my goodness.
But how do you, it's quite delicate, but how do you draw that balance? You know, making money, making it professional and all of that.
The thing is, I always advise other people, ensure you have something on the side. Because if you are going to put all your eggs in the basket of being a gospel artist, I mean, with time, you might not just be that person, that face anymore. So just have something on the side. Actually, even the secular artists, you see, they have something on the side.
Yeah,
so most of the time, when you need to fund things when it comes to the gospel music, you need to ensure that you have the money from somewhere. Because most of the time, the gospel music you do cannot even fund itself, especially at the initial stage. So maybe when you're bigger and you know you're something, when I mean something like your face, then you know that, yes, the bills can be taken care of by itself. Yeah,
you share the stage with very international artists.
Yes, please.
Yourself. How do they regard you when they hear all of that might coming from out of you? What did they tell you and how does it make you feel?
Well, I mean, God has blessed me. So anywhere I go and open my mouth, it's always, wow, who's that girl? You know, that kind of attention. And I mean, it's just the grace of God upon my life. I've worked with a lot of people and they've never been disappointed. You know, I could work with some people on referral, you know, and nobody gets disappointed because I have put in a lot of work to this.
You see, music generally is maybe now our biggest export. apart from what you call secular music and gospel music, the collaborations that have been happening. We've seen gospel artists collaborating with the big ones, and you see, they appreciate our music. What are you, when they talk to you, when you collaborate with them, how do they view Afro music, either in the gospel ranks or music as a whole? What is their perception of the kind of music and how we do it in the African continent?
You mean the secular artists in Nigeria?
No, I'm talking about the features you've had. The artists you've worked with. I'm sure you definitely have discussions with them.
Yes.
But when you think about what we do here as music, how they relate with our music, what is that?
Well, they just feel that Nigerians, I mean, the gospel sector now have a feel they bring to a song, or a vibe they bring to a song, especially for the energetic music. You know, because we have so much energy when we do something. So if it's an international collaboration, you know, they just can't wait to see what you are bringing into the song. Yeah, but collaborations within Nigerian artists, you know, everybody knows that, okay, this is what this person is good for or good at, actually. So if, let me just say, Tim Godfrey wants to have me featured on whatever he's doing, he knows what I'm bringing to the table. That is why he would have me, because I've worked with Tim Godfrey for major concerts, and whenever he features me, he knows exactly why he's having me on such a project. Yes.
Do you ever long to want to break out and be secular?
Yeah, no.
Really? Never crossed your mind?
It did. It did, yes.
What happened then?
What happened?
What brought you back, or what made you change your mind? And what even influenced you to
I just felt I was called for more.
Oh.
Yes.
And more in this case is gospel.
Please,
gospel?
yes.
You don't,
Yes.
but
I'm sure you know that the secular artists don't last long.
Well, tell them. Let them,
I mean, their span,
you better tell them.
their span is very short.
You think so?
I know so.
There might be some.
You want to ask yourself, where are some artists right now?
But
But for gospel music, you can be on. All you need to do is ensure that the songs you bring are good. And then your relevance will be longer. Yes.
Wow. Oh, that's the way to look at it. I mean, that's the first time I've had that question answered.
You can check it out
back
yourself
at me, you know,
later.
like so. But when you think about it, there is a certain longevity that gospel artists actually have. And their music is always relevant. Even after many years, after today, you can still bring that, and then like it's still going to be very evergreen. So that's
but you see, I can still mention some gospel artists that when I was growing up, I heard them. You don't hear them now.
But still, when you play that album or that music, it's still
because
relevant.
I would want to say because of the psyche or the way the church is. I mean, you still sing a song. Say, for instance, there's some songs we used to sing worship songs.
Okay.
There we go. And what happens is that you have some gospel artists who will remix those songs. You know, and they'll still sing those songs that we had that time, and they'll still bring it back.
Yes.
So it kind of, the songs in themselves tend to last. But for what you don't call, what you would call secular, I don't know why you would want to call it secular, but the other ones that do the music, people tend to yearn for something different.
Fresh.
You know? So, but then I fully understand what you're saying. But let's just start up with this,
Okay.
Future projects, what are you looking up to? What can people expect from you?
Okay, so like I said, I'm a vocal coach. I have a vocal training session coming up. I do this yearly. I do the Singers Bootcamp, where I have singers come together to learn for 3 days or 5 days. So we just camp every August. Yes, we do that. And then I'm preparing to drop an album.
Okay, what's it going to be called?
God's Plan.
God's Plan.
Ah,
This ain't no Drake now.
No, God's Plan.